What's up, everybody? Welcome into the 615. It's your host, Lee Hillis. And today, as you see, we have former Titan safety Donnie Nickey. And of course, we're actually talking a little bit about Kevin Byard, about what does he have to do to have this incredible season, and maybe get some stories from his playing days in Tennessee. And we'll be back with Donnie Nickey right after this.
Tennessee Titans season's over. Let's call it what it is. Running the ball now.
Covered by Lowe, loses the ball. It's Titans ball. And to Hilliard, he's got room. 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone.
Go win a Super Bowl for this entire season.
Take a deep breath. Okay, have some fun. These boys do mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Every one of you is going to make a mistake. Go figure out a way to make it right.
Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the 615. As I said, it's your host, Lee Hillis. And of course, we're going to run through and get some housekeeping out of the way. And if you can, share, and subscribe, and share. Of course, turn on the notification bell and set it to all so you know when I go live. And let's get this channel to 60 subscribers before the regular season, which is not far away. And if you want to see the show, if you want to see that channel grow, share the show and help us grow. And of course, yeah, we're running just a little bit behind. Of course, we're live on YouTube and we're also live over on TikTok right now. Of course, our good buddy, the Power Hour, is over on TikTok right now. And as I said, we're talking a little bit about Kevin Byard, and it's going to be interesting to see where Donnie Nickey goes on his thoughts on Kevin Byard. It's going to be fun to see where he goes, and of course, he's just now getting home from a fifth grade football practice, and I've got to throw a little bit of comedy in this thing. And it's throwing a little bit of shade at Colts fans. And Colts fans, When are y'all gonna quit letting the Titans beat y'all?
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
And yes, that was Nick Saban. But and of course, let's head over the comments. There's nothing right there. But we're gonna wait until Donnie Nickey gets in here to, of course, continue this. So I'm gonna throw this right here. So a little more housekeeping needs to take care of. All the socials that you can find me at on Twitter at podcast 615, Instagram at the underscore 615 podcast, on TikTok at Lee Hillis, and that's on TikTok, and YouTube at the 615 podcast. And donations are greatly appreciated to help this show grow. And of course, our buddy Al Pierce is in here. What is going on, Al? And of course, here is our guest of the evening, Donnie Nickey. Donnie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Of course, this took a minute to get on the books. Like,
Yeah, it did.
so
yeah,
as I said, yeah. So as I said, we're starting off talking your position, safety. Talking Kevin Byard, who in
Kevin
my
Byard, best
mind,
safety in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, by far. I mean, that's generational talent.
Yeah. And of course, he is having his number retired, his number 20 retired at MTSU this year. That's huge.
That's huge. That's a big honor to be get your number retired at your school. That's a huge deal. Congratulations, and it's gonna be fun. But I mean, Kevin Byard, there's nothing you can say bad about him. I mean, he plays the ball so well. He covers so well, all over the field, all the time. Ball hawk, like that guy on our team. Like, he's a generational talent.
And so you spent all 8 of your years in the league in Tennessee.
That's correct.
So
what
was that like?
I had a great time. I loved every minute of it. It was great group of people. Jeff Fisher was awesome. It was great to me. All the coaches were good. I had a great experience in Nashville, and I mean, I bleed Titan blue, so that'll be forever.
And of course, The Titans head coach Mike Vrabel is an Ohio State alum,
Yep,
just like
Braves doing
just
a
like
great
you.
job. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're everywhere. You can't get rid of us.
And I told, of course, we're live over on TikTok also. I said I hate to do this, but
Oh, please, come on now, man.
um,
Oh, stop my camera,
so
man. I gotta go.
um, come on. So I think it was the Michigan shirt ran him off. I don't know. And of course, Ryan Harris. What's up, Ryan? Hang on just a minute. So I have no clue what happened. I hope it was not the Michigan shirt that ran him off. But and of course let's just run through some comments. Titan Pratt is in here, and of course he's in here all the time. Al Pierce saying saying what's up to Ryan Harris and Titan Pratt, and to the first time to the channel is what's shaking Titans. And Lord, I hope I did not just run him off. So, and of course, there's the power hour popping in here on YouTube saying what's up to everybody in the chat. So, while we wait, if we're going to get Donnie back, I'm going to just throw this intro to see what.
Tennessee Titans season's over. Let's call it what it is. Running the ball now.
Tucker by low, loses the ball. It's tight ball. And to Hilliard, he's got room. 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone.
Trying to go win the Super Bowl for this entire season.
Take a deep breath. Okay, have some fun. Be poised and think. You're going to make mistakes. Every one of you is going to make a mistake. Go figure out a way to make it right.
Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Tennessee Titans season's over. Let's call it what it is. Running the ball now.
Tucker by low, loses the ball. It's tight ball. And to Hilliard, he's got room. 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone.
Trying to go win the Super Bowl for this entire season.
Take a deep breath. Okay, have some fun. Be poised and think. You're going to make mistakes. Every one of you is going to make a mistake. Go figure out a way to make it right.
Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Tennessee Titans season's over. Let's call it what it is. Running the ball now.
Pressure.
Okay, I'm back. I was shooting text with Donnie. I don't know what happened, but of course, what's shaking? Saying what's up to the Power Hour, and the Power Hour saying what's shaking to the What's Shaking Titans podcast. Al brought up a very good point. Should we go for Roquan? Uh, that's a good question. One, what would it cost? And two, could we afford him? He's young, and yeah, we're good at inside linebacker, but it wouldn't kill to add depth. Of course, yeah, Titans, of course, play Thursday night this week. And I agree, Ryan. I would love to see them get Roquan, but yeah, we're pretty set at inside linebacker. But as I said, it would not kill to have depth. Um, and power, yeah, I think we agree on that. Also, the price would have to be right for Roquan. And the question is, what would the Bears want for Roquan Smith? Um, and Bears just haven't been the same since they fired. Yeah, but of course, Lucky's in Houston now. Question is, Bears be this year? And yes, the Bears have not been the same since 1985. And I'm still trying to find out what's up with. Yeah, I'm going on like. Because I swore he said that he was going to change cameras. Yeah, of course. Which I agree. I'm excited. Okay, I think I said something that crossed the line with Donnie, and of course, I just sent him a text like, "Hey, if I said something that crossed the line, I'm sorry." And so he'll be back on in a couple of minutes. So, of course, it is game week for the Titans, and we have to go play them rotten, dirty, and And while, of course, I'm going to throw the intro again, I'm changing the shirt so it doesn't run Donnie off again. So I'll be back in. I'm going to throw the intro again.
Tennessee Titans season's over. Let's call it what it is. Running the ball now.
Tucker by low and loses the ball. It's tight ball. And to Hilliard, he's got room. 30, 20, 10, 5, it's zone.
Okay, here he is. Oh, I went and changed the shirt.
No, just kidding.
But
Just kidding.
but yeah, as I was saying, like I think people want to hear some throwbacks. Like, what can you tell us about your time here in Tennessee, playing wise?
Man, there's a lot of
Like,
stories
who
I
are some of
can't
your
tell.
favorite people you got to play with?
Man, oh, yeah. I mean, first guy I met was Steve Watterson, the strength coach, my position coach, Everett Withers, Jeff Fisher. I mean, everybody. It was a great staff. Had a lot of fun. Won a lot of ball games. We were number one in 2003, number one seed. Or no, we went to Baltimore. I'm sorry, and then we went to New England, and I played football for an entire year. And man, I was just getting to the wall. And we played the New England Patriots, and it was 15 below, 14 below, something crazy. I was spitting
Ooh.
out of my face mask, and it was freezing before it got to the ground. Ugh. That was my first year, and man, I had a great time. But I mean, I was tired. I ended up getting cut after my second year on the way to the plane, on the way to the bus. Craig Hentrick just rolled out of bed wrong and hurt his back, and I was number 53. So once I knew that, they brought me back the next weekend. But man, I had a different work ethic after that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Which that's the thing about this league. You have to have a different type of work ethic.
Yeah, you gotta have genetics. You gotta be gifted genetically, and I mean, you gotta be a little nut, like little nuts to play football.
So, of course, you played high school ball there in Ohio.
Yeah, I played at Jonathan Alder High School.
And so
in
coming
Plain
out of high
City.
school, yeah. So coming out of high school, how many offers did you have?
I'm not sure, well, six or seven. I didn't have many. Ohio State was the only Big Ten offer I had. I was going originally to Ohio University to play baseball and football, and then quickly found out when I got to Ohio State and reported early, started running before you're allowed to do that, and man, just got there with got my feet hitting on the ground running, and man, it was just a wild time.
So we actually have a question from somebody in the comments saying, "What was your favorite memory for playing for the Titans?"
Man, I think it was just being able to be around Steve McNair and see how talented a football player he was, and then how happy a guy he was. Just a great guy to be around. Just the relationships that you make. I mean, they just got such great people there that they're going to win a lot of football games for a long time because of the good people they got there. But if I said that out of a
So of course
memory,
which means you also played with Eddie George.
Yeah, I got to play 1 year with Eddie George, so he was kind of my high school idol, and I got to watch him play in the horseshoe. And then the first week of training camp, rookie year, had a little starstruck moment with Eddie George, and my another memory from that is like I was standing there. I was like, man, this guy's got gray hair. It was a quarterback, Neil O'Donnell. It was Neil O'Donnell, and his gray hair. I was like, man, he's got gray hair. I was 23 years old, and Gary Anderson was in his 22nd year in the NFL. It was pretty amazing to get to play with him too.
So back into your career, you finally stepped away in what, 2011?
Yeah, yep. That was the first season I didn't play.
And so what really determined that you was like, okay, it's time to step away? Was it your body saying?
They moved the kick up. They moved the kickoff up, and that was basically my primary job on the team. And that's what I did for the team is kickoff team, all special teams, just do the dirty work. And they moved the kickoff up, so it just became a math problem. And then I just wasn't fast enough anymore.
Yeah. Which I was thinking, like, was it his body that was telling him, okay, it's time?
No, man. I mean, it's kind of everything. I mean, most people don't leave on their own terms, so I didn't. I mean, I was trying to play still more, and so just letting go of that and separating from it is a journey to be had.
And so we have another question. It said, who did you get to hit that you'll remember for a lifetime?
Man, I don't remember. I hit mostly special teams players. Maurice Jones-Drew, Fred Jones. I got close to Peyton Manning a few times, but I never got to tackle him. I got to tackle all the great Titans in practice, not to the ground, of course, but I had a whole bunch of tackles on that.
So out of your career, what was the single best moment that you can think of?
Man, making the playoffs for the first time, I think, in my rookie year, getting to the playoffs and seeing how different a game it is. Like in the NFL season, as grueling as it is, but playoffs become the most violent, most competitive thing I've ever experienced in my life. And it was the Ray Lewis show. We went to Ravens for the first round, played at the Ravens. It was the Ray Lewis show, man. I was like, damn, this is impressive. But it was camera was just on him the entire pregame, and man, we won that game. I mean, it was an awesome game. I realized how serious the NFL playoffs are.
And of course, somebody else just said it. Tell us about the end of that 2002 BCS National Championship game.
Yeah, man.
What was it like? What was going on through the major whirlwind of emotions in the last 5 minutes?
Man, yeah, we lost the game, and I was crushed. And then all of a sudden, we have new hope and make the play on the last play. C. Grant gets a great rush. The ball gets thrown right to me. Boom! Hit me right in the hands. Knocked it down. Dropped it. Yeah, and man, the game was over, and I mean, it was crazy. It was just a great feeling. Man, it just started. It was like an out-of-body experience.
Sort of like going and playing against Ray Lewis.
Yeah, similar, yeah.
And of course, through your whole career, if you could pinpoint one moment that outside of playing, what was the one big moment that you could, if you could put your finger on any moment?
For the time I was at the Titans, or football. It would be that moment that we were talking about in the national championship game. Was like, that was a huge moment. Just getting to celebrate with the guys, and then being 20 years ago. So it's 20 years ago this season, and we're celebrating our 20th anniversary at Ohio State, the Ohio State Notre Dame game at night. So I'm really excited to see everybody and remember those are the moments I cherish. Yeah, at Ohio State, yeah. In Columbus.
of course, there's a whole lot of talk about college football realignment. If you could bring any three teams, if into that conference, who would it be?
Into the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's all headed towards the NFL model. It's professional football. There's, I mean, $350 million contracts
Oh
go to
yeah.
each Big Ten school. I mean, man, it's time to pay the
Because
players.
like
Pay the players, get it over with. I
like
mean, or at least
what
to give them a
what I'm
voucher for school.
seeing what I'm seeing is it's going towards like a power two.
It's going to be power two. It's going to be American, just like the NFL. The NFL model is great. Got
And
32 teams, four
each
divisions,
each
two
conference
leagues.
having what 32.
Yeah, four teams in each division. It's already. I mean, the model is already built. It's the NFL. The NFL model needs to
Yeah.
just be adapted to the college nuances and advertising things that
And
they
then
got
they
to
would
do
have
in the office.
and then they would have like the three, like if there's any conferences left, they would be like the extremely small, like Sun Belt and Conference USA.
Yeah, they have to
That would
band
be like
together
their own
and be
little.
their own separate concept. Or I mean, well, you can mix them in. I mean, it's the top 35 or top 32 teams.
Yep. And so, out of everything in your career, or players you played with outside of Stephen Air, who else would you say was your favorite one to play with?
Man, I mean, there's so many in the NFL. I mean, I played in college. I played with Antoine Winfield, Nate Clements, um, Gary Berry, uh, Damon Moore. Man, just so many people that made it to the NFL. Dustin Fox, Mike Doss, and everybody. It's DBU at Ohio State, and man, there's so many good players and good people that I met along the way. I'm just so grateful for that. And man, I mean, the biggest guy, like the biggest one was for me was Eddie George. I mean, playing with Eddie was something special. Um, he had a good season, didn't have a great season, but it was his last season in Tennessee, and I'm honored to be a part of that. So if I had to pick one player, it'd be Eddie.
On who were you hoping to hear from? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think we're having technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
something wrong with my stuff. Is it? Can you?
Now I think it's
Hello?
mine.
All right, it's coming in.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Can you hear? Can I hear you? Try to.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. So I'll see if he pops back in. Hang on. Okay, everybody. The last three questions came in from Al. What's shaking in the Power Hour are going to be the last three questions for Donnie. Well, everybody, I think we're just going to call this a night. Everybody, as I said at the beginning of the show, go like, subscribe, share the show if you want to see this thing grow. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this back up. Of course, all the social at the bottom: Twitter at Podcast615, Instagram 615 Podcast, list. And as you see, greatly appreciated. Chap, and that is the and as I would say, stay classy and tighten up.